Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The Abyss has just reset and the 5.1 Abyss is here, which means it is time to do another Abyss run. Now, because of XILONEN's release, there is quite a lot of Geo in this current Abyss, but luckily XILONEN makes up a very easy team, which will make the second half literally incredibly easy. But before that, on the first half, we're going to be using an ALHAITHAM team. Now, we did just pull Chiori's signature weapon for our ALHAITHAM, but we're not going to be using it. Instead, we're still going to be on the Umbrella, just so that this is a more free-to-play friendly and relatable build. And then, since we don't have Nahida, we are using baizhu. Character builds will be at the end, but, you know, just to give you guys an idea, kind of what we're working with. And now, for the XILONEN team, what I'm actually going to do is, I'm not going to go down the Khazar XILONEN route. I'm going to go Neuvillette, furina, XILONEN plus zhongli, just because there is a ton of geo shields on this half, and honestly just using zhongli's burst plus shield makes them get absolutely deleted. And then this will also give us geo resonance. Now, I know some people will say, oh, you know, you're only playing Neuvillette with one element, which means he's not getting the max out of his passive. But I mean, the difference between 1 and 2 stacks isn't that great, so I do just want to prove that you can play this team. It's the most comfortable because you have XILONEN's healing as well as Zhongli's literally massive shield, so you probably won't even need the healing. And then, like I said, you can also absolutely destroy any geo shields. So these geo shields on the second half should be no problem whatsoever, and I just want to kind of prove that this team works. And then also, like I showed off with our ALHAITHAM, Neuvillette is on the prototype Amber, so once again, this is a free-to-play friendly build. So yeah, with that being said, it's time to hop right into the runs. Alright, and here we are in the first chamber. I am going to pick up the energy recharge buff, just because it can be nice for ALHAITHAM. I mean, we already have 140 on him, but you know, a little bit of comfort will be nice. Anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to swap into our ALHAITHAM, and then quickly whilst his burst is coming up, we're going to ult on fischl, so that now when we come back to ALHAITHAM, we already have all of his mirrors. Now, you are gonna kind of need to have low ping in order to do this, and you also can't do it for every character. It works on Cookie's skill, fischl's ult, and fischl's skill, just because those have short windows, or short animations, so you can swap back into ALHAITHAM and not lose his infusion. But if you have high ping, or if you're trying to do it with a character which might have slightly longer ones, probably like beidou's skill, then it's probably not going to work. To be fair, it's not necessary you do it. I haven't been doing it much lately, but you know, just since I'm trying to play 6-star, then I might as well squeeze out as many seconds as I can, especially now that we're on a little bit more of a free-to-play build. And I mean, we have a level 70 beidou, which, you know, could be better. I mean, if you have a Yai, she's probably better in this chamber specifically. I actually think this is the hardest chamber in this Abyss, I'm not gonna lie. With the 2 consecrated beasts and then the second half, this looks like the hardest chamber, at least because then the other 2 are just straight up single target, whereas this one's a little bit more awkward. But I mean, this seems pretty solid because beidou is really good if you have 2 enemies, and then fischl's really good in single targets. So, you know, we kind of get the best of both worlds here. And okay, this guy loves moving us around a lot, but the nice thing is beidou gives us a little bit of an electro shield, but more importantly, interruption to resistance. She also does give us damage reduction. And then baizhu obviously also gives us a little shield for interruption resistance and also healing. So, you know, this team is just very comfortable to play. Anyway, we're just going to use ALHAITHAM's skill here because this guy's nearly dead, so it's not worth investing my ult. And then obviously doing the skill plus plunge tech to get max mirrors as quickly as possible. But anyway, here we are on the second half, where the MVP XILONEN is supposed to shine. Anyway, I'm just using her burst straight away there so that we can get the healing up already on furina's skill. Although, to be fair, you don't need to do it. I just decided to do it. I forgot to use my Neuvillette's skill at the start of the rotation, which is a bit unlucky. So, you know, already a little bit of scuff being made, but it's not too much of an issue. These guys should go down quickly enough. I'm just gonna furina basic attack this guy so that we knock him down. And now we can okay, first of all, XILONEN's kit, and now they're both down thanks to using both furina's basics as well as Neuvillette's. So there we go, and we've also maxed out our fanfare stack, so we're doing some pretty decent damage. Now, you might be saying it's not that good damage, but I mean, we're only using one other element here. Like I said, I'm just trying to prove that you don't need to have 2 elements. You can just play zhongli plus XILONEN for literally maximum comfort. It does also give you geo resonance, which is nice. Geo resonance is probably the best in the game, surprisingly. So, yeah, but anyway, about 20-ish seconds left here. Oh, these guys actually got their shields back. Whoops, but you know what? We're doing 28k damage through the shield anyway, so it won't really matter. And there we go. We get to clear with 10 seconds left with our full F2P builds, as well as, you know, pretty pretty friendly teams. They're nothing insane, but anyway, onto the second chamber. Alright, and we do once again get an ER buff, but I'm actually going to take the max HP buff just so that our Neuvillette can do a little bit more damage. It won't really help out our first half, but that shouldn't matter too much. Okay, neither our baizhu or our beidou have their ult, which is a bit unfortunate, because dude, beidou's ult would literally be so good in this situation right here. Oh, they've also split apart a bit. Okay, this is not an ideal start to the first half of Chamber 2, but honestly, it's just Hillchells. It's not going to be much of a problem. We're going to take out this first wave in about 30 seconds, so I might as well start up my rotation for the next half. And there we go. I think a ALHAITHAM ult will be able to get the job done, and then we fischl towards where these guys are probably going to spawn. Oh, okay, never mind, they were just right next to me. Okay, that guy's ran past us. We're just going to focus this guy. He should come back to us. Actually, no, we should have followed the second guy, and then this guy would have ran after us sooner. Whoopsies. Again, slight misplay, but once again, it won't make too much of a problem. I think, did I forget to use my baizhu skill? I can't even tell. Anyway, still doing the same tech we were doing earlier. Okay, I'm actually really glad that they staggered ALHAITHAM and not fischl, because if they staggered fischl, then our ALHAITHAM ult would be gone, and we would not get the infusion, because we would not have swapped in on time. Anyway, first one is down around the 70-second mark, and this guy will probably follow pretty soon. I'm gonna try save ult. I know I just used fischl's there, but I mean fischl's skill and ult do the same thing, so I don't mind using that there. And once again, we can just finish this guy off with the skill and plunge combo, and that is just under a 90-second clear, 88 seconds to be precise. And okay, second chamber. Okay, I'm gonna start off with Zhongli's ult, and then go into Furina's rotation, and then Zhongli's pillar, and now XILONEN's rotation. And I am once again realizing that I forgot to use my Neuvillette skill beforehand. Again, slight misplay, but oh well, what can you do? Anyway, we're doing a decent damage here. Obviously, we did pick up the max HP buff, but I mean, XILONEN's buffs are just so great, and then we also get the GR resonance, and then we also get the res shred from zhongli. So yeah, some people will say that you should maybe want to look to play Layla or Toma, you know, another elemental shielder, so that you can get 2 of Neuvillette stacks, because they are pretty important to its damage. But the difference between having 1 stack and 2 stacks is nowhere near as big as it is between 2 stacks and 3 stacks. So only having 1 other element on the team doesn't really make too much of a problem. I mean, if you're going 4 Hydra characters, then okay, maybe there's going to be a slight problem there, but yeah, just having 1 other element will be fine. Okay, we're just gonna have to take this shield down one more time. It is really nice that we just need to use a zhongli QE and then a XILONEN E, and then this guy's shield goes down straight away, which is pretty nice. And we have, you know what, we actually have a fair bit of time to spare, so I'm actually gonna cut my charge attack there short, and I'm actually just gonna funnel Favonius particles into Furina so that she gets her ult up straight away next half. And okay, there we go already. So yeah, we still had a little bit of time to spare. That's between a 60 and a 70-second clear, I believe, when it comes to Neuvillette himself. And with that being said, it's time to move on to the third chamber. Okay, and now it is time for the final chamber. And ooh, we actually do get a crit buff, which is very nice for us. Crit is always very handy. And now the nice thing is this chamber is literally just 2 enemies and just 1 wave of them, which is actually very nice for this team, because like I said, beidou literally excels when there's only 2 targets. And I mean, fischl's still pretty good in 2 target situations. It's just when there's a little bit more that it becomes a bit problematic. But yeah, anyway, this guy should go down. I'm gonna snipe this guy. Oh, okay, I think they're both down. Oh, never mind, that guy got danger res. Okay, I thought our attacks would have taken him down. Okay, I'm just gonna focus this guy a little bit since he does still have the danger res. Okay, never mind, we got teleported right over to this guy. But you know what, even for a team as free to play like this, you know, no Nahida, beidou plus fischl, no signature weapon on ALHAITHAM, not even a 5-star weapon on him, literally just a EM stat stick, then we did a pretty solid job, because we literally cleared in 50 seconds. So yeah, it didn't even give me much time to talk, so I guess that just shows how good ALHAITHAM still is to this day. And next up we have this guy. Now this time I did actually remember to use my Neuvillette skill straight away. Okay, how much of this gauge will XILONEN do? The answer is, not much. I am just gonna, okay, I do just want to use up this Neuvillette E, and oh, actually I probably should have done E then into zhongli and then into Neuvillette's ult. Would have saved us a little bit of time, but you know what, it's not the biggest issue in the world. We did lose Furina's buff, but we're still doing decent damage just because of Shalonen's massive buff. As well, I mean, I'm sure Zhongli's contributing a bit. Again, like I said, his resistance shred on top of Shalonen's, and then also the Geo Resonance is doing an okay job for us here when it comes to supplementing our damage a little bit and making up for the fact that we only have one other element on the team. And I mean, the main thing is this team's literally just so comfortable. You have Zhongli's massive shield, you have, oh, I did not mean to Zhongli ult there. Our buffs are down. I was going for a 1 minute clear on this half as well. I think we might miss it just a bit. Okay, come on, discharge attack, and no, okay, we're not gonna be able to get the clear we wanted. That's unfortunate, man. I really thought we were gonna be able to get the 1 minute clear there. That's just unlucky. To be fair, I probably didn't even need to furina ult there. I mean, we're gonna finish this in I think that was like 1 minute 10 seconds, which, you know, still under the 90 seconds recommended time, but you know, I just wish we could have gotten under a minute. I feel like in another world, if I played my rotations slightly better, I probably could have. But I mean, okay, here's the thing. You know that this team is good when I'm complaining about not getting a clear, which is under a minute. So I think that says all that needs to be said. I showed off how good and comfortable this team is. So I think it's now time to move on to the outro and the character builds. Well then, as you can see, our teams were very much able to get the job done, and Xilonen plus Zhongli makes an incredible core for this Abyss, especially if you are playing Neuvillette. Now, when it comes to the character build, starting off with our ALHAITHAM, 72 crit to 135 crit damage and 146 ER, so we have quite a bit, which is nice for our rotations. Like I showed off earlier, the Umbrella, he's on a 2-piece EM, and again on a 2-piece EM, you know, combining Gilded and Wanderers. And then main stats look how you would expect, C0 obviously, and then triple crowned. Then when it comes to Baizhu, 41k max HP, 200 ER, 47 crit rate, so that he can proc Favonius for a little bit more energy funneling. 4-piece Deepwood for the Danger Res Shred. Sadly, we cannot play Xilonen for the Danger Res Shred because she does not give any. And then again, C0 and then 199 talents. Beidou, who is all the way over here. 50 crit, 145 crit damage, 207 ER, Skyward Pride. Could switch to Wolf's Gravestone, could switch to a 4-star weapon, doesn't make much of a difference. Mine isn't even that invested into. And then Emblem, she literally just has whatever leftovers I had. And then when it comes to cons, she is actually C6 and then 1511 talents. Then when it comes to fischl, 216 EM, mostly thanks to Stringless, giving us 151 already, and it is R4, 61 crit, 103 crit damage, 140 ER, just in case, because it is nice to have our ult up when we need it. And then we do also have her on Golden Troop, because, I mean, I farmed that a ton for Furina, so I just had decent pieces to give over to our fischl. C6, again, she was actually my first C6 character, and then 6, 11, 10 talents. And when it comes to the Neuvillette half, our Neuvillette is on 48 crit rate, but obviously this will go up to 84, and then 230 crit damage, 116 ER, R5 prototype Amber, so we have no problem getting his burst. 4-piece Marchese, obviously this is his off-piece Flower. C0, and then triple crown. I lied, 1067. I mean, he's so OP, he doesn't even need to get triple crowned, I'm going to be honest. Furina 64 crit, 183 crit damage, 222 ER. Fav, Sword, R1, and then one, like I said earlier, Golden Troop, HP crit, as you normally build on her. Once again, C0, and then 2, 9, 10 talents, big damage, but not worthy enough to crown, and then 10 damage on the ult, just for the nice extra bit of buffing. And then Xilonen is 35 crit, once again for Fav, 71 crit damage, doesn't really matter. 210 ER, nice to have for her ult, 2.3k defense, level 75. Scroll set, obviously not even fully leveled up because I have run out of artifact experience. And then C0, 610, 8 talents, just because I do plan on building her as a DPS later. Problem is, my Goro is C5, and then I also don't have a Kachina built, and I don't have a Shenyan, so I can't even play the plunge team. So, you know, it would be nice for me to get a C6 Goro, but maybe we'll see what we can cook up, but that will probably have to wait for the future. And then obviously I would give her the Chiori sword and then the DPS set, but I also don't have any good pieces for that. This is my best piece, and this isn't even a good one. So, yeah, that says all you need to know. But then, anyway, finally, to cap it all off, Zhongli, 49k max HP, but this goes up to over 50k thanks to double hydro. 146 ER.
I mean, it was nice to getting his ult back. HP just sorry, Blackcliff, not Blackcliff. Black Tassel, just because that gives HP, and he is on a shield bot build, as you can tell, not built for damage whatsoever. C0 and then 6 10 10 talent. So yeah, that's it, and hopefully you guys found this helpful. See ya.